Hello, we're going to draw eyes today. And first of all, I'm gonna show you one of the most frequently made mistakes that beginners do. One of these mistakes is that they only use very high grade pencil, like 4B grade or something, instead of using something like a HB, a low grade one. When you're doing sketch, you better use low grade pencil because you could sketch it out of shape, or most likely we have to correct the sketch many times. So that's why when we sketch something we better use low grade one. First of all, I'm gonna draw the shape of the eye on the reference picture. But the problem that I can see from beginners is that they draw what they imagine instead of what they see in the reference picture that they have. Imaginary drawing is not a bad thing, but for realistic drawing, it's not the best way to do it. Now I just drew an iris first and now pupil. And also, one mistake that I used to see from beginners is that they use wrong stroke to draw a subject which isn't appropriate for the technique. Obviously, this stroke is for fur or hair texture, not for eyes. Eye has to be smoother, like a glass. And also, you don't want to draw the eyebrows without considering their direction. Okay, so next, I draw the eyelashes and it looks too even or too uneven. When you look closer, you can see the eyelashes are stuck to each other. Also, the last problem is that they don't really consider the flow of skin. Our skin is not rough. So when you shade the skin, your stroke has to follow the line of the skin surface. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to point out for you guys, and let's move into the right way. Okay, we're gonna start the right version of drawing eyes. So first, sketch using guideline. So you see these 2 points at the end of eye and eyebrows, and draw a line between those 2 points, and then move the line right onto the paper right here, and this line too right here. Basically the other things goes the same way. Trying to think everything as a straight line, then I'm sure that you can draw any shape of the object pretty easily. Sketch details. Don't forget this white highlight spot, which is kind of important thing when it comes to realistic drawing. Since the eye is kind of wet, so they kind of reflect the lights. Like in this case, here's the light is coming, so naturally there's white highlight. I started shading in white area, and I first started shading from pupils and iris, since they are located in the middle of the eye, so that I thought I can easily get the hang of overall kind of feeling. So that's why I started there. And upper eyelid as well. And lower eyelid as well. And tear dog. Tear dog is kind of tricky though, like, but when you focus on the highlight point, which reflects the light that I'm pretty sure that you can depict pretty well, like realistically. But anyway, eyebrows too. Like I said, light is coming from here, so I don't know if you can see, but there is a shadow line on the reference picture. So you wanna keep in mind that shadow line goes from here to the down there on the left side. And rub your fingers for your skin tone. Some people do with tissues or some other tools, but I don't think that really matters. If you're like lazy bit like me, then you can just do with your fingers, I guess. And start details. I mean, shading things. When I depict the pupils, I used for big red pencil because I thought the big red pencil is not enough for pupils because it's really dark in it. And since the upper eyelid is popped up, so there's obviously shadow right there. Lower eyelid. And when you use eraser, don't try to like rub it with eraser. That's gonna um erase everything. Try to tap it like, you know, like nice and gently. And rub it your fingers again when you do this eyebrows part. Since there's crease on the reference picture, draw that one as well on the upper eyelid. More shading. when you improve details, you wanna shade with very subtle and soft lines so that you can make really subtle changes, which is really important thing to make it look like more realistic. And at this point, I started eyebrows. The important thing about drawing eyebrows is there is a pattern or flows that eyebrow hairs have. So try to keep that in mind and try to draw on paper like it doesn't grow like totally randomly. So I think that's pretty important point. And eyelashes too. And also eyelashes also has kind of pattern, I'll say, like they stick to each other. So here and there, like you can see them as a group or something. So try to focus on that. Okay, now this is finishing part. Try to fix something that you missed. If there's anything that you missed, like correct lots of shading or like details, you know, like overall looking wise, if there's something kinda off, then you better fix the thing to make it look a bit more perfect. Okay, now it's on. Hopefully it was really helpful for you guys. Leave comments down below if you have any requests or what you think about this tutorial video. And then please hit the subscribe button and then hit the thumbs up button as well. Since I just made this YouTube channel, each and every of you guys means really a lot. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.